Salve galera, Cretox, mais um episódio aqui de Final Fantasy XVI. Dessa vez, galera, vamos continuar aqui as side quests. Vamos lá pro nosso save. Paramos aqui da última vez e neste episódio principal nós conseguimos liberar o rei do Ifrit e também passamos pela Vila Rosária. E nós vamos pra lá pra fazer as secundárias de lá. Tá, vou ter que falar com o Cid. Vamos pelo menos falar com ele, que aí a gente já libera pelo menos isso.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living.
Salve aí, Bruno. Você parece que é novo aí. Quem tiver aí, galera, não esquece de deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar pra gente pra dar aquela força e se inscrever se for inscrito.
Never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Interessante, vamos visitar então Cristal. Eu acho que vou pelo menos deixar essa live acho que como principal, então, que já que estamos avançando, se chegar um momento que perguntar para fazer que não pode fazer mais missão secundária, eu faço uma parte 2, podemos dizer.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we have sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the thirds?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today.
Então temos que impedir que o planeta morra.
Empty wastes, where
Vai ser uma coisa complicada ir atrás de todos os cristais para destruir. Que cada nação tem o seu próprio cristal, então vai ser complicado. Mas vamos lá.
Until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the Mother Crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mother Crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mother Crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what?
Uma coisa certa que ele falou, vamos ter que passar por muitos problemas até chegar lá. Mas a gente está se preparando para isso.
And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
Aí, liberamos até mais secundárias. Mas as secundárias daqui eu vou ter que fazer depois. Mas vamos falar com a Carol. E já temos até projeto no Black Hammer. Maravilha. Vamos lá, Carol. O que pode nos ajudar?
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Aí, voltei. O que ela tem vendendo por enquanto de arma não é muito bom. Não. Beleza, tá de boa aqui.
If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing, and it entires borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will ya?
Salve aí, S9. Beleza, já falamos com a Carol. Vamos ver o que o Blackthorn tem de novidade. Eu sei que ele vai ser bem útil lá na frente para nos ajudar. Tormenta, não é muito bom. Flama-língua. Eu preciso da tormenta para conseguir ela. Eu não sei, eu vou esperar conseguindo armas melhores conforme a gente for avançando. Beleza. Otto. Vamos lá, Otto. Antes tem a Porcrates. Aí, já vou atualizar o que a gente tem aqui na lore do jogo. Maravilha.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Agora sim, vamos falar com o Otto.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, A handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This?
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman? Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Beleza, valeu, Otto. Ah, agora temos relatórios. Maravilha. Ele ajuda até com mais secundários, de certa maneira, mas é a nossa rede de inteligência.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Agora, Gav. O bom desses relatórios é que ajuda a encontrar mais secundárias.
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, primary and
É, ainda ele tem um pouco dessa síndrome do Hulk. Mas eu sei que lá na frente ele acaba controlando um pouco mais o Ifrit.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
É isso aí, agora vamos em missão. Nossa, 3 lugares com secundárias. Duas daqui do esconderijo. 4 do repouso da Marta. E a ala perdida tem 2. Nossa, vai ter bastante live em relação à missão secundária. Mas vamos lá. A ala perdida eu tenho que ir. Vou ter que ir pra lá pra descobrir. E é isso aí, me desejo boa sorte, galera.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
Rincão que temos que encontrar. Onde é que ele está? Pra lá. É pra cá, se não me engano, que a gente tem que ir. Tô jogando no normal, S9, que é a minha dificuldade padrão. Eu sei que lá na frente eu vou precisar fazer mais secundárias que eu vou ter que avançar mais assim pra resolver justo isso. Eu tô querendo uma em específico que me dá um equipamento que eu preciso que vai me facilitar muito as coisas. Estamos indo pro caminho certo. Pra cá. Pronto. Já tô um pouco overlevel. Pelo menos isso daí já é um bom sinal de estar mais overlevel. Agora é só questão de saber pegar os equipamentos certos. Chocobos. Uma vila. Beleza, vamos seguir em frente.
Excellent. Another fight.
Salve aí, Nino.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel.
Estamos chegando.
But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
Aqui eu sei que tem um obelisco. Ali, maravilha. Agora fica mais fácil de vir pra cá.
Not another step, branded, or you'll be spending the night.
With the right to confiscate any objects.
Temos que falar com alguém aqui.
How much for this one?
Aqui. Acho que é com ela.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time.
Será que é ela que a gente precisa falar?
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the Dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less
Bingo, ela.
clientele. You.
Você pode nos ajudar?
Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle.
Sim, Cid sempre tem um personagem em qualquer Final Fantasy que aparece o nome Cid. Daí é meio que até tradição. Sempre tem um personagem com esse nome. Não é o mesmo, mas ele só tem o mesmo nome apenas. Tipo, se você ver o Cid do Final Fantasy VII, não tem nada a ver com o Cid daqui. É só um exemplo.
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that That will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Beleza, vamos falar com ela, Isabelle.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Acho que é no 7, né, Nina, que você tá falando. Que é High Wind.
Rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Mas sim, Cid é um nome bem comum mesmo. É, pelo menos na série Final Fantasy. Sempre tem um personagem com esse nome.
Another fucking branded. Oh, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
Aqui no Final Fantasy XVI ele é um amigo aqui do Clive. E ele é o dominante do Ramu. Nos primeiros episódios vocês já viram ele usando o poder dele. Aqui ele ajuda bastante.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Eu sei que tem um obelisco por aqui que dá pra liberar. Ele é meio longe, mas é andando bastante pra cá. Que tem um que eu não sabia. Antes de ir pra lá eu vou tentar liberar esse. Vamos andar um bocado, mas vai valer a pena. Que aí vamos ter um fast travel bem mais rápido também. Que aqui é uma área que eu já visitei bastante, então tem que meio que saber os macetes do lugar. Beleza. Nosso destino é lá naquele castelo. Prados Reais. Tentar seguir essa estrada, aí a gente vai pra lá. Só quero liberar um obelisco e aí eu já vou pegar o fast travel pra voltar. O Final Fantasy 1 eu não cheguei a jogar, mas eu jogaria. Tanto que até saiu uma coleção recente do 1 ao 6. Os melhores dessa coleção clássica que muitos falam do 1 ao... não, até acho que todos os 6 são bons, assim. Não é apenas um ou outro que é bom. Falam que desses aí, do 1 ao 6, eles falam que é bom. Não é apenas de um ou outro em específico. Já vi um cara aqui, mas esse cara, eu não quero encarar ele, porque a gente não veio aqui pra encarar ele. Viemos aqui pra isso. Aê! Que aí, se a gente for enfrentar esse cara, a gente enfrenta ele outra hora. Não agora. Ainda tá muito cedo pra gente enfrentar esse cara. Beleza, agora sim, consegui o que eu queria. Isso daí o que impacta no que eu fiz agora? Se vocês irem no mapa, liberamos um lugar aqui, ó. Bem mais rápido, nos Prados Reais. Que até é uma coisa que eu demorei para entender, mas o mapa, cada área que você vê é tudo bem interligado. Você só sabe que é diferente quando tem uma linha separando. Como se fosse outro continente, basicamente, outro país. Que aí você sabe que o mapa que você vai entrar é diferente.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Beleza, chegamos. Vamos ver o que ela pode nos ajudar.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
O 2, né? Final Fantasy 2, selo obtido.
Proof of that trust. And hope
Valeu.
you have to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Beleza, uma missão secundária pra ela, a dama.
I should probably start here.
Vamos falar com ela.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Já tem até secundária por aqui também que liberamos. Nossa, o tanto de live de missão secundária que vamos fazer não vai ser brincadeira. Eu já tava até prevendo isso daí. Eu ouvi falar disso daí, ô Nino. Que Zelda era um RPG bem conceituado na época e eles fizeram essa referência para o Link da série Zelda.
Told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
Sim, isso daí é uma coisa que virou padrão dos Final Fantasy. As histórias não são, por exemplo, dizer, conectadas, a não ser os que têm continuação mesmo, mas eles têm elementos em comum. Isso daí é meio que virou um padrão mesmo da série. Que até eu vejo muita gente nessa dúvida, se pensa em começar a jogar Final Fantasy, é que falar, eu tenho que jogar 15 Final Fantasy até chegar nesse, não precisa. Só se você quiser. Porque as histórias não são conectadas, podemos dizer, um não é continuação da outra. Só os que tem continuação mesmo, e os que tem é o 10 e o 10.2, o 13, 13.2 e 13.3, que é o Lightning Returns. Mas fora esses, tudo é uma história única e conclusiva mesmo.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moore is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Beleza, vamos falar lá com a Isabelle. E aí já vamos conseguir resolver o problema dela.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Valeu aí, ô Nino. Quem tiver aí, galera, quer deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar pra gente pra dar aquela força, se inscrever se não for inscrito.
Oh, Tatiana, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moore. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moore to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moore are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moore who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Beleza.
That's the day done then. Drinks and the veil.
Pra cá.
The markets are veritable.
Nossa, vamos andar bastante. Pra onde vamos? Pra cá. E dá-lhe de secundária. Vamos ter muita secundária pra fazer em live. Vai chegar até a ser uma subsérie aqui do Final Fantasy XVI, de tanta secundária que a gente vai fazer. E isso sem contar as missões, podemos dizer, terciárias, que tem algumas importantes que vale a pena também. Salve aí, Kagura. Não, não é no moinho de vento, é mais pra frente. Pra cá. É, e dá-lhe de secundária mesmo. Chegamos. Não tem obelisco por aqui? Acho que não. Acho que não. Não, obelisco não tem aqui mesmo, não. O que você tem aqui pra me vender? Não, não é muito bom. Aí, você pode nos ajudar?
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on our whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Beleza, vamos atrás do caixeiro viajante. Pra cá. Aí, pode nos ajudar?
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful, I mean, most helpful.
Aê. Ruínas da região. Acho que agora sim vamos conseguir uma ação.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Inimigos.
Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Get him! That's enough.
Você já era, seu maldito.
You know what to do. It's over.
Aê, você vai morrer, seu maldito.
Sick of that's enough. There, boy. Stay down.
Pronto, você já era.
It's over.
Aê.
Not this time. Stay down.
Preciso causar mais dano.
That's enough.
Aê.
Stay down.
Os inimigos estão no mesmo level que eu, mas eu tô causando tanto dano quanto eu imaginava.
You lose.
Aê. Mas acho que nada que mais secundárias não resolva. Daqui a pouco eu vou estar upando. Mortos. Droga.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
Droga, então ela que é a Tatiana que a gente tá procurando.
The girl Yannick went off to see every night.
Chegamos tarde.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel.
Não gosto de ser portador de mais notícias.
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Mas qualquer coisa acho que tu possa até usar o Fast Travel pra ir pra lá. Ah, não tá tão longe. Não precisa necessariamente. Eu sei que tem um baú por aqui também, além disso daqui. Não, não tá por aqui. Secundária a gente faz depois. Olha aí, Isabelle. Vamos ter que dar mais notícias pra ela.
They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Missão cumprida. Upamos? Acho que sim. Maravilha. Level 22.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
O bom é que já temos a confiança da Isabelle para nos ajudar. Vamos subir pra cá. Beleza. Aqui tem cara de que vai ter inimigo. Uma igreja? Aê, chegamos. E é isso aí, galera. Um sábado à noite estiver assistindo.
Any trouble on the way?
Olha aí o Cid e a Jill.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
Eu não sei de usar webcam não, Kagura.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Parece que vamos para aquele castelo.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
Não tem nenhum ventilador não, essa nave.
How do we proceed?
Não sei se é a captação do meu microfone.
Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. That'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Aí, acho que agora sim vamos para uma missão grande. Só espero que a Day não impeça a missão secundária. Cabeça do Draco. O problema é que eu não posso prosseguir por causa das secundárias. Mas isso aí, para avançar bem, já conseguimos. Vou só então salvar mesmo. Essa missão principal vai ficar para uma próxima. Vou já salvar por aqui. E aí vou ver se faço as lives aí secundárias para aí depois a gente continuar avançando na principal. Vou só salvar. Até que avançamos bem para a live de hoje. E é isso aí, galera. Cuida aí, eu vou me despedindo por aqui. Quem tiver, não esquece de deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar para os amigos para dar aquela força, se inscrever se for inscrito. Caso queira ajudar o canal, tem um sistema de membros e também o Pix, caso queira ajudar financeiramente. Vou ver só se tem algum canal aqui fazendo live. Pera aí. Deixa eu só ver se tem algum canal aqui pra fazer raid. Aí. Beleza, já achei um canal aqui. E é isso aí, galera. Com isso daí, vou já me despedindo por aqui. Depois eu vou fazer umas lives de missões secundárias. Fiquem que vocês vão ser redirecionados para o canal parceiro. E é isso aí. Nos vemos então em um próximo episódio, galera. Falou!